welcome to my G.I. Joe toy review. I had to redo this one due to technical difficulties last time, but we are going to be looking at Spirit with Eagle in our week 4 of G.I. Joe with Animal Companions month. But before we get to Spirit, let's do our weekly shout outs to Back to the Media on 114 South Loudon Street. There's their website at www.backtothemedia.com. You can find them on Twitter, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Back to the Media. You can email them at backtothemedia@gmail.com. We can buy and sell and trade classic video games, vinyl records, vintage toys, comics, DVDs, Blu-rays, cassettes, VHSs, whatever you can get down there, comic books. I bought a lot of my G.I. Joe vintage Marvel comic run comic books from there, and go and check them out. And then while you're in the area of the Walking Mall at 115 South Loudon Street, you can check out Time Travelers Toys and Collectibles, where you can buy and sell comics, toys, and collectibles. They're at 115 South Loudon Street in Winchester, Virginia. When you go in and see Charles, let him know I sent you. Their email address is timetravelertoys@gmail.com. You can also find them on Facebook. So let's take a look at Spirit's file card. It says Tracker, codename Spirit Ironknife. File name Charlie Ironknife. And his primary military specialty is infantry. Secondary military specialty is social services. Birthplace is Tahoe, New Mexico. And his grade is E4. And the print says Spirit Ironknife comes from a family so far beyond or below the poverty line that they never realized that they were poor. Was a hunting guide through high school. Served in Southeast Asia. Then as a civilian completed his education. Returned to the service for reasons inexplicable to anyone by a Native American mystic warrior. Qualified expert in M16, M19, 11A1 auto pistol, and a Remington marksman rifle. And the quote says, Charlie is a shaman, a medicine man. He's not only a healer or a priest or a witch doctor. There just isn't any equivalent in our culture for what he is. A counselor, a warrior, and a walker between the worlds all rolled into one. So let's take a look at his accessories, starting off with his figure stand. As you see, an upraised G.I. Joe logo, codename Spirit Ironknife on the front. And he also comes with his book bag, which is like 4 pieces rolled into one. As you see, where's first off, you got the little metal back here with the little peg that snaps it to his back. And then he's also got the backpack part, which actually comes off, and which has got great detail on it. With the little grenades on the side, gas grenades on the side. Of the thing, you can also carry it up under his hand, I guess, if you want, with the little pouches on it. And the other 2 parts, which is the exact identical parts, and they are they're removable also, but they're the cartridges for his Remington rifle, marksman rifle, which actually shoots arrows instead of bullets. As you see, the corrected in arrows in the pieces. And then what's left is the metal rack. He also comes with his little carving knife, which I think is pretty neat. I guess this is when he can skin the animals he hunts or whatever. And then he also comes with his Remington marksman rifle. Like I said, it shoots arrows instead of bullets. And that part, the piece is removable. The cartilage that holds the arrows in it is removable. It's just like a regular Remington rifle with a scope on it. And here's what we came to see with Spirit through this entire month is with the animal companions. This is Freedom, is registered bald eagle, with his wings open and as in flight, but he's got his talons and legs down. I mean, it's a beautiful sculpted eagle. No articulation, unlike Crocmaster's crocodile, but no articulation like Junkyard and Timber from the two previous reviews. And the color is perfect with the brown, blackish feathers, the yellow talons, yellow beak, and the white feathers on the head. I mean, beautifully sculpted eagle. And then we've got our GI Joe of the week, Mr. Spirit Ironknife, which he has his red bandana, black hair into the ponytails for both sides. Comes out with his blue shirt with the military markings. If anybody knows what they are, post them in the comments. I'm not sure what they stand for. I'm not really too sure or too much on badges and markings on the uniforms and stuff. I'm not that familiar with it. But he's got this knife on there which is sculpted on. It's not removable. With his dog tags. He's got a gas grenade, a grenade on this little green thing that goes all the way around. With pouches at the bottom, at the belt line, with the red skirt piece. He's got tan pants. Then there's the sleeve for the little hunting knife. And then he got his tannish boots with the white fur tip tops on them. So let's take a look at his articulation. His head does a full range 360, which is kind of hard due to his ponytails getting in the way, but it's still there. You got to somewhat force it. And then he does have his arms raised to about here. And he just hit the full range in 360. Bends at the elbow, swivels at the wrist and the bicep. And if you look at his hand, he's got the same typical hand that Roadblock, Data Frame, and Chuckles that I have reviewed in previous reviews has, with the two fingers sticking out, the thumb out, and the pinky and ring finger bent in, which I don't know what that's supposed to be about. But hey, that's how they sculpted it. He also has the swivel at the wrist. He does come with the ab crust feature, which is somewhat viewed here, but somewhat hindered by the web gear. T-hook on the legs. His legs can spread about here. Lifts up at the knee, right about here. The steel line from Hooded Cobra Commander, he does bend it and as he does hiccup to about 90 degrees. But the knees are a little bit more articulate on the modern figures. I like the vintage because he got the double knee joints. And they also pivot at the ankle, as well as he's got the range of 360 swivel at the ankle, which I think is pretty neat on these modern action figures. So let's take a look at Spirit Ironknife completely set up. And here's Spirit all geared up with Freedom on his arm. As you see, he's ready for action. He made his first comic book appearance in issue number 31, where Freedom made his first appearance in the very next issue in comic 32. But he was first known as in issue 32 as Brother Eagle. They made his first comic book or animated appearance in the Revenge of Cobra. I believe it's part 1, but Freedom was named Freedom in part 3. But if I'm not correct, if their first appearance in part 1, it may be part 3 as well. With both of them appearing, it's either one of the two parts. My overall opinion of Spirit, the uniform is kind of like drafted in the stereotypical Indian look of what the Indians were supposed to look like back in, I guess, during the Revolutionary War, when they fought alongside us in the war for American land. And I think it's very stereotypical, but a very cool looking outfit also at the same time. But I will rank Spirit as a top tier figure, basically because of his character and how he was scripted in the cartoon and the comic, which I think was very awesome. But so Spirit is a top tier figure. So I'd like to have everybody join into us next week or this coming weekend was as we finish off uh, G.I. Joe Animal Companions month with Shipwreck and his pair Polly. And by this stated video is put on the air, the video for the voting has ended. The time limit of the voting is ended. So we have a decisive winner for the first anniversary video, which will be reviewed on July the 1st. I'm not going to tell y'all who it is now, but y'all going to have to wait till July 1st to see who you vote, to see who everybody voted for. You know, and I think it's a really, really great pick. To be honest with you, I was surprised that this figure was actually voted for and actually won the uh the vote. I will say I'm surprised that he actually won the vote. But I'm very glad to actually be reviewing this figure or re-reviewing this figure because he is a very dominant character in the cartoon series as well as the comic book. But this was a great and also next month is the Cobra Convergence month. So please check out all the Cobra Convergence videos from everybody that reviews G.I. Joe because Cobra is awesome to be reviewing for the whole month. Y'all have a good weekend. See y'all for Cobra Convergence. And join us next week for Shipwreck. And remember, now you know, and knowing is half the battle. Have a good week and enjoy your weekend and be kind to everybody and animals.